Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? Patreon.com/inkdependence, where patrons get access to a patron-only Discord, ad-free videos, and the joy of knowing they help support this channel. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today I have a little unboxing for you from Atlas Pens. This is some very cool stuff that just came out, and so I ordered it there because I have some space bucks from their affiliate program, etc. So thank you very much to those of you who use the affiliate code. A little bit of that gets thrown my way in the form of store credit, and that is real helpful in purchasing a bunch of stuff to show you on this here channel. So, man, look at this, packed to the brim, just a little piece of paper in there essentially left in terms of room. So firstly, let's go ahead and look at, grab this stuff here. Yeah. Have you hugged your Lamy today? That's kind of fun. All right. And definitely thanks to Atlas for having this affiliate program for me to participate in. So as I said there, have you hugged your Lamy today? Well, I haven't, but I'm gonna now. So let's get in here. This is one of the inks that is brand new. This is Lamy Cliff, which it actually doesn't say anywhere on the bottle, on the box or bottle, like what the heck it is. It says don't eat it. Don't eat or drink this. That's true. This is not a food. So this is Lamy Cliff, which goes along with one of the pens we're going to see today, which is the pink Cliff. This is the Cliff part here. And then I also, from our local place, Crazy Allen's, I got the other one, which is called Blackberry. So I figured I would go ahead and grab those for funsies to swatch out and to show you and all that. And I also have some that were kind of like, people were talking about they were very similar. So I have here, of course, dark lilac, and this is petrol, which some folks were saying was going to be close to Cliff, but yo, they are not close at all. This is definitely a blue, and this is for sure a green. So I don't think I'm going to bother with petrol, but I will say the prices have gone up a little bit recently. This was $10.95 when I bought this back in the day, and then these were, I want to say, 11 a piece. This one I got in the brick and mortar, it was 16. So like prices vary wildly depending on where you get it. This one doesn't have a price tag on it, but man, dark lilac goes for $1 zillion, even if you have a crumpled box corner. But I won't be selling this. This is my only bottle of it, so I'm not going to be selling this. So also, I've seen some places, some folks say that like there are places over in Europe that have dark lilac listed again, like the Lamy UK site has it listed, but it doesn't have these two available. There are a couple of other places. I'm very curious. I don't know if I can find any of them that will sell to the US. I don't think the Lamy Great Britain site actually will ship to the US. So I don't know. I might just wait for my European friends to tell me if it's actually dark lilac or not. I have no idea, but we're going to look at these two today for sure. So Cliff and Blackberry. And then there are the pens right in there. What's this pink thing? We got a little, oh, it came with the pen sleeves. Oh, cool. I'm glad I ordered early enough. Some places, if you ordered early enough, you would get the matching pen cases. So here I have the little leather-ish pen cases from Lamy for the purple and pink ones there. That's fun. Then there are those two pens. And then I got a TWSBI. So, you know I like a TWSBI. And I get a lot of the eco pens because they're very collectible. I really like writing with them and all that jazz. But sometimes they come out with an ALR that I also need to get. I got the Sunset not too long ago. And this one is just called Black. So I figured I would show this. I haven't seen this really on the internets yet. And so I wanted to grab one of these to play with and to show. What I have here. Note on the AL mechanism. Do not clean out the grease. Bearing grease not included. Yeah, okay, cool. I won't clean off the grease. Leave the grease there. You need the grease, otherwise it, won't work real good. All right, let's get in here. This is a really nice, like, sort of matte black finish they've got on this. And it's kind of surprising they didn't do a black before now, but, maybe I shouldn't be totally surprised. There were clear ones and all that kind of jazz, but now I've got the ALR, which is this one with the aluminum. Here we go. There's the ALR there. I have the Sunset, which is like a shiny orange aluminum. But you have aluminum here and here on the finial as well. The grip section is matching and kind of ridged, which feels very nice and gives you a nice positive grip on this. I went ahead and got the broad nib, as you can see right there. You can see a whole bunch of light between those tines. It's going to be a fairly wet pen, I imagine. I'm not sure what ink I'm going to put in here yet. I'm half tempted to just fill it up with the rest of my sample of Chokuro just to, put something super black in here. But, like, I don't know. And then it's got, black back here as well. I like the way they match it all up. There's that grease they told you not to clean out. It's on the piston rod because it's aluminum, and you don't want aluminum and aluminum to like rub up against each other without something in there to lubricate it, because it will it can bond super tightly and just like basically weld itself together. So don't clean off the grease. And if you get it cleaned off accidentally, put more grease on there, or else you're gonna have I think it's called spalling is what it's called. It's just like when metals just basically weld themselves together, and that's not great. So there you go. There's a Diamond ALR on here. Taiwan, Twisby on this side. It's a little scuff. It is matte, so I am thinking like it might pick up a scuff or two over time, but like that's just kind of part of it. It would have been nice, I think, if they'd done the clip also in silver, but the clip kind of matches the nib. I guess that's okay. Or rather, if they'd done the clip in matte black as well, but that would be a real departure for them. It has to make extra parts, and I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be worth it cost-wise. But I think this looks really sharp. I like the black on here. That's a good-looking pen. Okay, so let's take a look at these two pins here. These are... How do they know which ones they were when they put them in the boxes? I bet they have a bunch of empty boxes and they just cram the right pens in them. That's got to be what happens. All right, we have our little Lamy warranty policy thingy here. And here we have, does it actually say? Yeah, violet blackberry is what it's called. So there's the violet blackberry. This is the one which is glossy and shiny. Pull that off, and it has this like cool pinkish, like purpley, I guess that's probably the violet bit right there. The violet section, which has got this nice matte feel to it. I like that a lot. And also, of course, the matching finial, which doesn't actually show up in most of the pictures, but you have the black clip and the black nib, and then the matching violet section and finial. You also notice that in here, there is a cartridge and there's a little spacer. You'll want to take those out before you use it. Sometimes Lamy pens will have a little bit of blue ink in the section because they are in the nib, because they do test these at the factory. Let's see if any blue comes out. No, I've got no blue going on here. Maybe they didn't test this one, or maybe it just like got cleaned or whatever. But yeah, this is a nice looking pen. I like that. Let me take this stuff off. Their cartridges are quite good, so I'm going to save them. I just kind of stick them in a box, because they are quite a good cartridge. Lamy Blue, I think, is kind of underrated as far as inks go, and so you know, that can be nice to have. And then here's the other one, which is called Pink Cliff. Yes, Pink Cliff. I just went ahead and got these both in a medium. I like the medium just fine. You can get them in a bunch of different nib sizes, but I just kind of default to medium. So grab this stuff out of here. There we go. All right. Did not come with converters. I'm gonna have to grab some converters before I fill these up, but this is what the Pink Cliff looks like. When it's closed, it's just kind of a matte bluish color, which is very nice looking. And then you have the bright pink finial. When you open it up, you get this nice pop of pink color there for the section. And this is also matte. So I'm glad they went with matte sections on both of these pens. That's pretty nice. I like the feel of the matte section a whole lot. I think it's a good feeling. Also, this doesn't look like the petrol or the dark lilac pens. These are very different colors from those two. Let me go grab my petrol pen. I actually don't think I have dark lilac, but I'll be right back. Let me grab those. I forgot to get them before I open this. Yeah, I never got the dark lilac one. I was still in my I don't like purple phase, which I am definitely out of now. But this is the Lamy Petrol from several years ago, which went with this ink right here. This ink is very greenish. This is a very greenish matte pen. I think this was the one that was supposed to be kind of like the petrol, but is an entirely different color. So yeah, it does not match that at all. It's not nearly the same color as the Cliff. So don't worry about the petrol being copied or something like that. This is definitely a whole different color. Let me grab some Lamy converters, and I will ink these two up. All right, a couple of the old Lamy converters there. You can tell these are from different times, actually. Oh, interesting. The fronts are different. Huh. Never really noticed that, but like the whole front end of this thing is different. The hole size is the same, but this one has sort of a cutout on it, and this one is solid all the way through. It's also kind of, I don't know, kind of foggy, where this one's clear. That's interesting. You know, whatever. Doesn't really matter in this case. I do like the Lamy bottles a whole lot. This is a very nice bottle. It's 50 mils, so that's slightly under 2 ounces. And these are not very expensive at like $11 or even $16. It's still pretty good. You also get this nice little container of blotter paper, which you can remove. right there. And it's a very nice thick blotter paper. This is not like a toilet paper or something like that. It's like several layers thick of blotter paper for you to clean your nib off, which is nice. And then down here, you have this little dip in the center of the bottle. And this, as you can see, the bottom of the bottle actually slopes down toward that dip. So it's always going to funnel ink toward that. So even when this bottle gets pretty low on ink, you can still submerge your nib well enough to fill it until it gets very, very low indeed, which is really good bottle design. A lot of places don't really think about their bottle designs, but Lamy clearly does, and I dig it. All right, let's get in here. I'm definitely going to take that sticker off the cap, but not right at the moment. All right, so when you put these together, you'll want to take your little ears on the converter, slide them into that little slot there. That'll make sure that you are nice and snugged up and secured and won't come out casually, which is nice. You don't ever want it to casually unconverter itself. There's the blue there. It's going to be a nice color. I don't know exactly what this is going to look like, but I am excited to see. I did actually swatch the other one yesterday, so I know what that looks like, and I have a couple of swatches I can show you of some of these next to each other. We'll add this to the mix as well. Clean this off. I could have used the blotter paper from the bottle, and I just kind of didn't do that, but there we go. Just so you don't get ink on your fingers later on. Let's go ahead and do our swatch since we're sitting here doing it. We've got the swatching paper right here. All right, we'll kind of let that dry as we're doing this as we're filling this other pen. But yeah, really nice dark navy there. This is what blackberry looks like, and it looks like sheen, like 100% sheen on that blackberry. It is so much. And then there, of course, is dark lilac. This one I was testing to see if it actually was, and I think it is. So this is dark lilac up here, which you can see is sheeny and purple. This one is purple, but oh boy, so much sheen there. There's the lid, which is extremely dark, purpley, grapey color. I always like to back the converter down a little bit and expel 2 or 3 drops of ink in there just so that I can, the feed isn't turbo saturated and messy. Just kind of use this to go around here. And then I like to use the edge to get underneath this little rim just to make sure I get all the ink off of there. You can just take the nib, go like that, clean it off, and yeah, that's pretty clean. I got a couple little bits here still. I did not pull off very much of this paper. I should have gone a little bit more. I might just hit it with my little bar towel over here as well. This microfiber bar towel is really good. These come in sets of like, I don't know, a pack of like 50 of these or something from like Costco or something like that is I think where they came from. And they're just microfiber, and they are super good for soaking up ink. All right. So this is a blackberry. Yeah, really dark on that one. That is a very dark blackberry color for sure. More black than berry, if you ask me. But yeah, it looks really good. Lamy Cliff down here does not have nearly as much sheen as I was afraid it would. I thought they were both going to be turbo sheen like this one, but really this is just a very nice sort of navy color there. So the pen is called Pink Cliff. The ink is called Cliff because it doesn't have the pink in it, but it does have a little bit of sheen around the edges. The writing itself looks very nice. That's a good color, very kind of calm, dark blue color there. Not a blue-black, but like sort of a navy kind of color. And then blackberry, even just from the regular medium there, this was written with a Pilot dip pen. Yeah, so much sheen that it's basically just sheen as the color. Super dark black with sheen is what's going on there. I did chromatography on this yesterday, so I can show you what that looks like. So this is the chromatography for Lamy Dark Lilac, which was released back in 2016. So that means I think Petrol is probably the next year in 2017. But I wouldn't swear to it. And then this is Blackberry, and it's entirely different. There are really no colors in common, and it definitely does go black here at the bottom. So I'm thinking there might be a little bit of water resistance here, just like a bit, not with the purple, but as a black or a gray. So we'll see how that goes when I do ink reviews of this in the near-ish future. But for the beginning, I really like it. I think this is a great color. I think this is a whole lot of sheen and something you don't really see from Lamy, so that's cool. They really went big sheen. I also will say, like, it doesn't seem to smear off. A lot of times you'll get, you know, sheeny inks like this will be very smeary. This one doesn't seem to be. I just did that one, and it's already dried on there. It's very sheeny, but without being able to be rubbed off around the paper and like smeared. And it didn't really come off on my fingers at all. Just my fingers got some other ink on it from earlier. But yeah, no problem there. So that's cool. There you go. There's the Pink Cliff, the Violet Blackberry, and the two inks there, as well as the TWSBI ALR Black, which is real cool. I'm not sure what ink to put in this yet, but I will figure it out. So there you go. Really cool stuff from Lamy this year, and also, of course, a pair of little pen sleeves here to throw your pen in when you throw it in your bag. Really neat. A nice little inclusion. So there you go. Thanks very much for using those that discount code over at Atlas for the affiliate program. That's inkdependence at checkout, or you can look down in the description for all my affiliate codes. And thanks to Atlas for having a cool affiliate program like that for me to participate in. I think that's real neat. And thanks very much for the support. So I will see y'all in another video. Until then, take care of yourselves. Think about what you put out in the world. Make it a better place. And peace out.